What's good with it? It's your boy, Simon Phoenix. This is Shots Fired. What up? What up? What up? What up with it? It's your boy Phoenix. This is the Sunday Night Rant. And if you are new to the show and what we do around these here parts, well, let me explain. What we do around here is you, as the listener, send an email to shotsfiredpod Simon, common spelling for Simon, at gmail.com with your things you would like me to rant about, hot topics that you would like to hear discussed and hear my point of view, or anything in that realm. Now, that being said, if you don't use the email, you can also catch me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all of your major social media. Now, that's out the way. First thing on the docket today, and it's going to be a deep dive into the breakdown of Brittney Grinder pleading guilty. Now, it's going to be a lot easier for me to give you the kind of breakdown that you deserve by letting ESPN give you some context, and I will break down what they said and give my thoughts at the end. Let's get into it.
Grinder has pleaded guilty to bringing hashish oil into Russia, telling the judge that she did so inadvertently and without intent while asking the court for mercy. However, even with a guilty plea in Russian criminal courts, the judge will continue to read the full case file into the record, and it could still go on for weeks or months. Sources have told our TJ Quinn that the guilty plea was a strategy to help facilitate a prisoner swap to bring Grinder home. The next court hearing was scheduled for July 14th. And for more, we have TJ Quinn. TJ, what can you tell us more about this new development?
They recognize that no matter what happened, she was going to be found guilty in court, whether she actually did it or not. It was just a preordained outcome. The trial has been seen as theater, basically. What's going to happen with Brittney Grinder is eventually the two governments are expected to work out a deal where there'll be a swap to bring her home. And the strategy was go ahead and plead, get it out of the way, because Russia will demand an admission of guilt before they agree to a deal, so why not do it now?
And what kind of timeline are we looking at for Brittney Grinder to come home?
It's completely up in the air. It's the kind of thing where it could happen. I wouldn't be shocked if it happened in the next week. It could go on for years. You've got two Americans who were there for more than 2 years. One, Trevor Reed, who came home in April, and another, Paul Whelan, who's been there since December 2018. These can really drag on, but the hope is that this might create some momentum. It'll show Russia, hey, look, we're not going to embarrass you. We're not going to fight it. We know what you want. We'll do our part, and maybe that's enough to get a deal going.
Now, let's start with the first thing, which is hashish oil, which is basically vaping. So those of you that don't know, you can also vape marijuana. Because I work in a dispensary, there's several different companies that make vapes that have marijuana in them. But one of the most popular would be the brand made by Breeze, because they are already embedded in the culture for young people. When you see them vape, a lot of them are vaping that type. It's very convenient. You just go to the store, buy like a pack of cigarettes. They got all type of different flavors, so on and so forth. That, for me, may be the only way that I could see her accidentally putting this in her bag while she was packing, thinking that they were just the other type of vapes, because they look exactly the same, except for they have a little stamp on them that says that they have marijuana in them. That's pretty much it. They're made almost exactly the same way, and they look almost exactly the same way. Outside of that, because I've seen so many different companies make them, outside of that, no. Now, the hood dude in me, right? The drug dealer, the criminal, the guy who's watched this kind of activity his whole life will say to you, a smart man would peep the scenario and say, Russia has always been a place that I would not bring any contraband into that country based on how strict they are. Then adding on top that I'm African American, I 100% know better. Let's get that straight off jump. But there are some people that will say, yo, she's been going over there for years. This is like her 6th or 7th year going over to Russia. So anybody who is streetwise would say, you should have a fucking connect over there. Why are you doing dumb shit like breaking the law going into the country when you go there every year to get to the extra bag? Doesn't make any sense to me. Now, that being said, right, we pushed that kind of out the way. The last part of this that I've been hearing a lot of people talk about is comparing her to LeBron James and saying she wouldn't have been there in the first place if the WNBA paid better. She only makes $250,000 per year in comparison to LeBron James making something like 41 mil. For people like me, all I'm going to say is the WNBA has been in the red since its conception. It has never been in the black. So whatever money the players are getting, that is what they get because their league is not a financially strong business. Point blank, period. There's no way around it. So anything that someone says is basically signaling for no reason. And what I mean by signaling is you're virtue signaling that these women are being paid less because they're women and not paying attention to the actuality. There is no money there for that. Period. So let's not go there. Keep that dumb shit over there to yourself. Now, do I think she did it, and why did she plead guilty? I believe exactly what ESPN, ABC, NBC, and all the major news outlets, CNN, are saying, that she had to plead guilty based on the idea that Russia is at a 95% clip of if you do a crime there, you are guilty. They do not play that. They're going to find you guilty. They're going to stretch it out. They don't give a damn about due process and speed of trial. So this could drag out for months. And like I said, they have a better conviction rate than the FBI. So you do not play with them. She did. This is the consequence. I said before, you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. This is the consequence of that. There's really no way around it. People trying to use the talking point of she's being held for the wrong reason. No, this is drug smuggling. This is on the United States because we were the ones that made marijuana a class 1 drug. Therefore, the rest of the world followed suit. So it is a class 1 drug in a lot of countries. Based on we set the standard, and she broke that law, and you knowing the law, you broke it. And anybody that's got any common sense knows you can't take marijuana into no foreign countries. Now, yes, most people look at it like if you go to places that are cool with America and they know you're not really smuggling drugs in, you going to the Bahamas, you got a joint, you going into their country, no one's going to fuck with you for real. 9 out of 10 shot based on the fact that they're like, you bring that there for your personal usage. You're going to use it while you're there. It's going to be gone. It's not going to bother or affect anybody. Let's keep it moving. But you went to Russia. They're petty. Let's start there. You know that Russia's petty to begin with. Number 2, you know that you are black. Number 3, they are hostile toward America and Americans in the current climate. What would make your dumbass do something to make yourself under the radar? or should I say in the limelight or in the light and not be under the radar, which is what you're supposed to be, under the radar. But no, you didn't want to do that. So yeah, I think in a nutshell, this is on her. I think that the likelihood that this was an accident is probably slim to none. And I think that because there are Americans already there who's been there over 2 years, that if she does come home soon, it's because of a trade, and it's because America is trying to get her here to shut people up, not because of her importance. Because, like I said, there are Americans there right now who have been there for longer than 2 years, and someone just came home who was there for longer than 3 years. That if she is out soon, it is based on the trade. And hopefully America can pull off a 2-for-1, getting the other person that's there out. But I don't really see any of this happening. As long as Russia is involved in the war, I don't think America wants to give away the arms dealer. So I think really what's going to happen is she's going to sit there for at least another year and a half. That's just my personal take. Okay, so since we have ran through that breakdown, I feel like I tried to do my best to give a good breakdown of what was going on and what was my thoughts. Let's slide out, right, and take us a little commercial.
Brought to you by Mind Bender Incorporated in association with Ashy Radio.
Welcome back to Shotsfired with Simon Phoenix.
Yeah, hell. Well, next one on the docket is... Yo, Simon Phoenix, it seems like a lot of hip-hop artists have been taking shots at Eminem. What are your thoughts? Hey, I'll be trying to be dramatic. Don't pay me no attention. Wow. I have been noticing several hip hop guys taking some shots at Eminem. So, what is my breakdown? What am I thinking with that? Here's what I'm thinking, right? In a nutshell, when you're talking about someone like Eminem, he is a very polarizing type of hip hop artist. He is the guy who is exceedingly good, but his flaw he has no control over. Now, here's what I mean. Eminem is easily a top tier hip hop artist. He is able to lyrically stand with the best of them. Cadence, flow, and stamina wise, verbal, wholeheartedly master of the verbal fighting technique. When it comes to anything you could say about hip hop, Eminem is one of those guys you would say he does that. But the problem is Eminem, in a nutshell, is a really dope rapper that most people who are hip hop fans, subject matter is not what they normally would listen to, which is sex, drugs, and violence. And he's made reference to this several times. But the elephant in the room that's not the elephant in the room is because he's the white guy, he becomes a easy target for rappers trying to pro-black it up in the moment and then having to backtrack because of the level of dopeness Eminem is. Now, what I mean is this, that there's a lot of people who, as fans, are like, I like Eminem enough to say that he's a dope rapper, but he's not my cup of tea. This is based off subject matter because he's not rapping sex, drugs, and violence most of the time. Most of the time, he's rapping angry anguish, which is not most hood guys' cup of tea. Just what it is. But because those are the two major factors that goes into what happens with most gangster guys, that gives a space for guys like The Game, who previously was like, Eminem is that guy because he represents the lyrical content and format that dope rappers are supposed to respect throughout hip hop. But because the subject matter is not what they want, they try to backtrack it at a later date, feeling that, oh, I could go up against M, because in hindsight, most hood dudes ain't listening to M, only hip hop heads are. That is the normal consensus with Eminem. Now, because I do believe that this is the case, this is why you have so many guys take shots, whether they are straight up shots or subliminal shots at Eminem, because it's all based around the idea that, oh, I feel like I could take him, but in reality you can't. The reason why I know you can is because M has already told you he is a master at battle rap, and if any of you got trapped in a battle with him where he was let loose, it would be turmoil for your career. He's the type of rapper that believes that low blows in a battle mean nothing, and I will take all of them to destroy you. And that's why most people is just talk, because they figure that by the time M does a verse or says a line about you, it's really just a line. It's very rare that he goes full throttle and drops 6-7 songs about you. He doesn't Drake artists. It's a couple subtle lines and he kept it moving. You annoyed him enough to say something, he swatted at you like a gnat, and he tried to keep it on the let's keep it going. But, and very, very big but, because he does the swat away instead of the step on and crush, that makes a lot of people think that they can take him. And that makes a lot of people throw him out there during their, like I said, black bravado moment, because they feel like, well, he's just a white rapper. And that's always in the back of their mind. But personally, I automatically know that if you put most rappers in a versus against Eminem, you're done. From the song, from the flow, from how he's going to give it, you're done. And if you think that you as a rapper is going to stand up there and try to do something cute, like go to the mix CDs, he's just going to freestyle on you in public. And most of y'all just not ready for that. You're not ready for that level of public embarrassment for somebody to freestyle like it's written in the public space forever. You're not ready for that. A lot of cats talk that shit, but they're not ready for it to be recorded where they're saying their written shit and songs that maybe most people ain't heard except for real fans. And then this dude just says, okay, fuck it, I'll just freestyle about you right now. You're done. It's only a few dudes in the game that can do that. And he's one of them. That's why don't nobody really want it. They'll talk about it because, like I said, he's an easy target because they know he's just going to swat at them. It's not going to destroy their career. But a whole, like, if you're The Game, when The Game was on Drink Champs and he was talking that shit, like he could take M in the verses. No, you can't. It's not happening. No matter what people try to tell me, I know for sure it's not happening. It's a done deal. Okay, time for one more. And the last one on the docket is this. Yo, Simon Phoenix, can you please remind the general public, stop asking those of us with hustles for a hookup? Oh, that's very easy. Please stop begging for a hookup with your raggedy broke ass. I don't mean to offend. I just mean to tell you the truth. Please stop doing this. Reason why we will never get to the next level with your ass always trying to get us to cut corners. Stop doing that. We broke and we trying to make a come up. You should not be putting your hands in my pocket while I'm trying to do it. You're defeating the purpose. I can't be giving you a hookup if I am not on yet. And a lot of y'all do that. Oh, I got a barbecue joint. I say my plates is $12. You want to give me 10. Oh, I tell you I'm an engineer and I can produce a show for you. I charge $150. You tell me you got $25. Y'all ridiculous. Oh, I make cookies and I sell them by the dozen. I need $25. Oh, you got 15. Hey man, we tired of you. Please leave us the hell alone. Stay out of our inboxes. Stop asking us for the hookup. We're not giving you the hookup. No damn more. We're trying to make power moves. We're trying to be real business people. We do not have time for your fuckery. Stop it. All right. Hope that was sufficient. I have been your boy, Simon Phoenix. This has been Shotsfired Podcast Sunday Night Rant. Holla at your boy. I'm gone. Peace.